Good morning, everybody. We're at a really cool project here at Cimarrone Country Club in St. Johns County. We're going to be doing a brand new entryway water feature. It's going to be a massive waterfall. It's going to have 2 pumps with it. Eventually it's going to have a lot of beautiful plantings, and it's going to make a real statement for guests as they pull into the neighborhood. And the cool thing about it is it's going to have 2 faces. That one of the faces will face the people as they pull into the neighborhood. One of the other faces is going to face people as they are leaving the neighborhood. There's a lot of logistics involved in this project. As you can hear, we're on a busy entry road. We got a lot of traffic. We're working next to a golf cart path, so we have golfers and golf cars passing by us. We've got all of the cars coming in and out, and we are getting a tractor trailer load because we're going to be using about 18 tons of rock for the water feature. So we brought in an entire tractor trailer load, and the guys are offloading that as we speak. The project is going to take several days. Michael Q is our foreman on this project. He's being assisted by Glenn. He's another pond builder. So between the 2 of them, I know it's going to be an absolutely beautiful project, and I'm really looking forward to this one because I know a lot of people are going to be seeing this. Well, there's going to be a lot of activity on Facebook about this because a lot of the homeowners have been involved in the whole design process and the meeting process leading up to when we actually break ground on this today. The landscape committee here at Cimarrone, I work closely with Dave Sambuki and his committee. We met numerous times. We made a couple of trips out here. They came to our nursery and looked at our water features. They also went to a couple of our previous work sites to look at different water features and aspects of what they wanted to incorporate and see into their project. From there, it had to go to the general board for the entire neighborhood and get voted on. So through the process took about 3 or 4 months of meetings and pushing different ideas. Concerns that they have here in the neighborhood that were part of the design process were the fact that we have a limited sight lines as you enter the neighborhood, and there was a lot of concern about improving the sight lines for traffic safety and for the safety of the golfers who pass through this intersection area as well. So as far as the construction's going to go, the goal is to knock the old hill down where there was originally a water feature. We had hoped to incorporate some of those parts into the new feature, but as of yet we found out that we're not going to be able to use any of those parts. But in conjunction with all of the planning, there's a lot of logistics that go into the irrigation work that we're going to disrupt. And then the electrical source for the new pump and everything, there originally was a flagpole out here, so they do have electricity, but we're going to have to alter the electrical boxes available for all of the pumps. This water feature is going to have 2 separate pumps involved. It's a pondless waterfall, but it's going to be very massive. And then there was really no permitting involved, but with the multiple meetings, it took a lot of time and effort to get everybody on the same page so that we could all work together and then present that to the whole community to get their approval for this. So it's taken a lot of time to get everybody on that same page, but I'm happy to say, I think, the fact that we're here and we're starting, that I'm really looking forward to this one because I know in my heart that I'll probably have more people see this one water feature than almost all of my other work done combined before this. So as far as that goes, I think it'll show what we're available to do for you. It might be that you're thinking, well, that's too big a project. We do projects every day with very small projects, and yet we have the ability to do these super large projects. And if you're an association or whatnot and you're contemplating revamping your entryway to your community, we have the ability to do anything that you could possibly think of.
I think my words are gonna come out a little weird because my mouth's like numb right now. Just chug this whole smoothie. It's day 4 out here at Cimarrone neighborhood. Crazy location. I think we talked about it, just logistically challenging, as you can see. Homeowners, contractors, policemen, UPS people, all of the above. Constant flow of traffic. Making progress, a little slow, but I mean, it's day 4 and we're on the second to last waterfall right now, so we're making excellent progress. We have until Friday out here. That should be plenty of time to make just a gorgeous feature for everyone here. We have our friend Dave Sambucci on site. He played a pretty vital role, even for us just to get this job, going through the voting process with the HOA and the board of directors, all of that. He actually had a big push to getting this project going for us. Also, he's been a huge help. You can see him with his safety vest on, directing traffic, rerouting golf carts coming through if we have our machine parked here. Obviously, the maintenance crews for the golf course and the golfers themselves cannot cross, so he has to send them out towards the main road, which is, it gets a little hectic with traffic coming out of the neighborhood in, and then you got golf carts messing all that up. So he is one of the main reasons why we're able to keep cranking and getting some progress done. Huge help, so thank you, Dave. A couple homeowners who have been passing by who are super excited about this. They're dropping off muffins for us, waters. Dave's wife actually just stopped at, I think it was Smoothie King, and got us all some smoothies, so thank you so much. It's been making this job a lot better for us. So yeah, day 4, we have our 16 aquablox system in. We have 2 vaults. We have a 12 PN pump and a Aquasurge 5000 going in this. So without head pressure and our run of pipe, that's 15,000 gallons. It'll be a little less than that after the head and distance gets subtracted, but a lot of flow on this one, a lot of large Tennessee fieldstone. It's epic. So I'm just gonna point out a few things. This focal point rock here, that's gonna split 2 waterfalls coming around it. So one entering there, another entering here. And once again, we're keeping in mind just the points of view, traffic flow in, giving them a nice look at it. And then even as we build further up, we're going to be capturing some angles for the people leaving as well. This is a nice main fall here, just shooting straight out the street. Everyone coming in can see this nice impressive one right here. Now this elevation here, we're going to be aiming one more this way, so when people are driving by, they can catch a glimpse of some waterfalls. And then I'm thinking even further back here, we'll see. We're getting close on liner, but what I'm picturing is more of a big body of water here. So instead of doing multiple spillways like we do on our typical pondless waterfalls, I'm going to use a large aquablock and some bulkhead fittings. And what that's going to do is just, it's going to act as a spillway, but it can take more volume and more gallons per hour going into it. We'll set the bulkheads on the lower side of this aquablock, and it's going to raise up. So it's going to be like this upflow system, just one block though, just to diffuse that water. So I'm picturing right up in this area at the highest point, a nice maybe 8 to 12 inches deep body of water coming here, streaming through, crashing through here, and then we're going to have this tight turn right into this guy, and then nice large pooling area down into some more intricate waterfalls. A bunch of lights. We have 8 3 watts and 4 1 watts, I believe. So this thing's going to glow at night. It's going to be super impressive, super impactful, and that's what we do. So this is a little bit different of a project than what we typically do. The commercial side of things, larger scale, not for an individual homeowner. Do not be shy to reach out to us if you're a contractor, a builder, or any sort of person looking for a larger scale job. These are my favorite. I love working with larger stone, Love working with high flow rates. It's a blast, just building larger scale stuff. So give us a call, Earthworks Jacksonville, and ask for Mike or Jason.
I'm Dave Sambuki. I'm chairman of the front entrance committee that we work really hard on to bring the front entrance, redo the water feature that we had. We live in Cimarrone Golf and Country Club, which is the oldest golf and country club on County Road 210. We've been here about 30 years now, and one thing we've always been proud of is our golf course, our beautiful landscaping, and we've always had a beautiful water feature at the front. The one that we had was getting old, needed to be repaired, so this past February we started a campaign to redo our front water feature. We looked at numerous different sources, Earthworks and R&D being the two primes that I decided and our committee decided were the best. Earthworks just did a fantastic job. Mike, the team leader here, he's an artist is all I can say. He does a great job, but we really appreciate the effort that's going into it. We had to achieve a few challenges here to meet as we were going through this. Because it is a golf cart path, we had to make sure our line of sight was improved from where it was before. And Mike understood this and was able to contour the hill in a way that allowed golf cart path vision to see automobiles and the automobiles to see the carts very well and satisfy everything we wanted. Now I got to go back to work.
Love you, Grandma, and everybody else in my family too. Shout out to y'all, Mom, Pops, DJ, Haley. Love y'all.
Hey everybody, we are back out for the wrap up for the Cimarrone Water Feature Project out here in St. Johns County. As you can see, we got an absolutely beautiful day out here. It is a little bit warm. I would say that if you can't be at the beach on a day like today, the second best place to be is probably next to a naturally occurring looking spring water system that we've created here at the entranceway for the neighborhood. The amount of rock, the way the rock is put out, our crews did an exceptionally great job on this one. This water feature looks like it's been here from the start of time, and the plantings have just added that little bit of icing on the cake. We've got a lot of really sturdy plantings out here, and I'll kind of walk you through them. But we've got in the foreground, we've got some blue days, which is going to essentially bloom pretty much year-round out here. We've got some variegated aptenia. Gets a little red flower in the afternoons in the sunlight, and that will spread out and fill up this area in front of between the rocks and the golf cart path. We've got some dwarf bottle brush, extremely durable plant, highly drought tolerant, does flower with the little red flower that does attract hummingbirds. As you'll see in the whole layout, we've got some repeats around the water feature with the same plant such that we get a cohesive look to the whole feature. Back up. We've got a Japanese black pine as kind of as a specimen plant here. And then we've got this little yellow sedum. This is Angelonia sedum. And this will creep out and crawl on the rocks as well over time. We've got it on both sides. We've got some society garlic out here that will give us a nice pink bloom predominantly in the early part of the year, but it's extremely drought tolerant, and it's also deer resistant, so that's a good one. We've got some Aztec grass for a little splash of irrigation. And kind of on the sides, we've got some mondo grass as well as some blue Pacific juniper, and those will stay real low, kind of hug the ground. As we go up the hill, got some Amistad salvia. This will get about 3 feet tall. It draws hummingbirds as well. And this also blooms pretty much year-round. And then we've got some loropetalum for a little splash of burgundy. And then up in the back, we've got a weeping bottlebrush tree, which kind of ties in with the dwarf bottlebrush that are placed throughout the planting. And at night, this lit up is really interesting. We've got lights at the waterfalls, we've got lights on rocks, we've got lights up on some of the plantings. It's absolutely gorgeous at night. So this water feature, as these plants mature, is just going to get better and better as it goes. Of all the projects I've worked on, this is probably the one that I am the most proud of. This, I think, shows exactly that earthworks can pull off some really major projects that look really cool. My stick is kind of the fact that when I think a project is very cool, that it is now flamingo worthy, and this project is probably about the coolest project that I have been a part of, and this by far is the most flamingo worthy project that I have done. Thank you for stopping in. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm just going to relax here in this cool spring water and enjoy the rest of my day. We'll see you later.